for joining us today at Healthy Foodie Girl. I'm Shauna, Healthy Foodie Girl.
And I'm Ella, Healthy Foodie Girl Mini. And on this channel, we have easy, delicious, and healthy recipes
that we know you're going to love.
Today, we are so excited to bring you a classic and delicious carrot cake.
We sure are. I started with a phone call to my mom because she makes the best carrot cake that I remember from my childhood. But unfortunately, when I got off the phone with her, there was 2 cups of sugar, there was a whole bunch of oil and eggs, and yes, it is a delicious cake, but I knew that that was not gonna cut it over here at Healthy Foodie Girl. So I took her inspiration of that carrot cake that I absolutely loved as a child, and I completely lightened it up. It is so good, and we give you a sugar-free option as well. You've got your cream cheese frosting that you're looking for, the carrot moist texture inside. It is so good. I cannot wait to share this recipe with you. And actually, I think my mom would be proud of this one.
Let's get into this video, but first, make sure to subscribe down below if you haven't already, and
hit the dinger so you get notifications when our next video comes out because we don't want you to miss a thing.
Now let's get into this video.
These are all of our ingredients that we're going to use for this carrot cake. Let's get into it. First, you're going to start with 1.5 cups of flour. This is the bowl that you're going to mix all of the dry ingredients in. Next, you're going to take a 1/2 cup of sugar, or if you'd like to make this sugar-free version, go ahead and use a 1/2 cup of monk fruit. It works just as well in this recipe. Go ahead and put your sugar or your monk fruit into your flour. Next, you're going to do a 1/2 teaspoon of baking soda, and you're going to put that into the dry ingredients as well. After the baking soda, you're going to do 1/2 teaspoon of baking powder. That's going into the dry ingredients as well. After we do that, you're going to go ahead and take 1.5 teaspoons of cinnamon. This is so great in this. It gives you the carrot cake flavor with the cinnamon. I cannot wait for you to try this. After the 1.5 teaspoons of cinnamon, you're going to take 2 pinches of nutmeg, which is about 1/8 of a teaspoon of nutmeg. You don't really have to worry, just a couple of pinches is perfect in this. And last in the dry ingredients is 1/4 of a teaspoon of salt. I like to use Himalayan salt, but you can use whatever kind of salt that you like. Now you're going to go ahead and thoroughly combine the dry ingredients. You want to make sure that the cinnamon, the flour, the baking soda, the baking powder, and the nutmeg and the salt are all combined. Now we're going to get another bowl and combine all of our wet ingredients. The first thing you're going to do is get your 1.5 cups of shredded carrots and put them into the bowl. Next, you're going to use 2 eggs. I like to scramble my eggs up before I put them into the mixture. I just feel like it combines them better before adding them in, so I know that they're all scrambled up. You don't have to do this, but I like to. Go ahead and combine those in with your carrots. Now we're going to take 4 ounces of crushed pineapple that's in its own juices, not the one in the syrup, but in its own juices. You're also going to want to drain the juice so that you just have the crushed pineapple. Go ahead and add that into your bowl as well. Also, if you need to make more, you can always double this recipe. Go ahead and take a 1/2 cup of non-sweetened applesauce and add that into your bowl as well. That's in replace of the oil. Now you're going to do 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract. We also have a video on how to make vanilla if you'd like to learn how to do that as well. Go ahead and thoroughly combine all of your wet ingredients. You want to make sure that everything is thoroughly combined before we go ahead and add the dry ingredients into the wet bowl. So go ahead and stir. This looks great. You're going to want to go ahead and add your dry ingredients a little bit at a time while folding them into the wet ingredients. Continue to mix, and when it starts to look combined, go ahead and add a little bit more of the flour. Continue folding in the dry ingredients into the wet ingredients a little bit at a time. You're going to keep doing this until you have all of your dry ingredients mixed in with your wet ingredients. Go ahead and continue to fold it in until it is all thoroughly combined. As you can see, I did it a little bit at a time, and now all of the ingredients are perfectly combined. Now you're going to go ahead. I like to use this non-stick muffin tray, but I do like to spray it with a little bit of either avocado oil or olive oil or canola oil. Lightly spray it, and now you're going to go ahead and put about 1/4 of a cup into each one of the muffins. This recipe makes 9 carrot cake muffins. If you need to make more, you can always double the recipe, no problem. This carrot cake is sure to be a crowd pleaser. If you don't have a silicone muffin pan, you can definitely use a regular one, but make sure to use the paper cups with it. I like to use the 1/4 of a cup measuring cup to put into the muffin tray, and then you can go back and add where needed so that all of the muffins are the same amount. You're going to go ahead and bake that for 350 degrees for 30 to 35 minutes. Now we're going to get into our cream cheese frosting. This is so good. First, you're going to get an 8-ounce bar of cream cheese. You can use fat-free or light. It's up to you which one you want to do. Go ahead and get a lemon and zest just a little bit of the lemon into the cream cheese frosting. As you can see, it's not a whole lot, but it makes a big difference if you have it on hand. Now we're going to take 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract and add that into the cream cheese. Now that we have the lemon zest and that, we're going to go ahead and add 1/3 of a cup of monk fruit powdered, or you can use 1/3 of a cup powdered sugar. If you want this to be sugar-free, use the monk fruit for 1/3 of a cup, or if you want to use powdered sugar, you can use 1/3 of a cup of powdered sugar. The choice is up to you, and I love to give you options. All of the recipes can be found on healthyfoodiegirl.com. Go ahead and thoroughly combine all of these ingredients until your lemon zest and everything is completely combined. Now I'm going to pipe this onto top of the muffins. If you don't have one of these, you can use a Ziploc bag. These are disposable piping bags, and I cut a hole at the end. I'm going to go ahead and put the insert inside of the bag, and once I see where it fits, I'm going to go ahead and back it off just a little bit and make a cut so that it can go through to the end of the bag. And so the cream cheese is going to go in this. But first I'm going to grab a tip, put the tip on top, and then there's a little coupler that you screw onto that to hold everything into place. Now that you have this, you're going to go ahead and take a glass and put it over the glass jar so that it's easy to fill your cream cheese frosting in there. Like I said, if you don't have that, you can use a Ziploc bag and that'll work just as well. Go ahead and put your cream cheese frosting inside your bag. And if you don't want to do this step at all, you can use a knife and spread it over top. It works just as well. Now that you have it in your bag, you're going to push all the ingredients down to the end, twist the end of the bag, hold it with your finger so nothing comes out of the end, and squeeze. Go ahead and decorate your beautiful carrot cake. This is so easy and it makes them look really special. If you like walnuts, you can go ahead and chop some walnuts and put those on top of your carrot cake. Optional, but it's super good if you like walnuts. So go ahead and top them on top. Look how delicious this looks. This carrot cake is so good. It is so moist and flavorful with the cream cheese frosting and the optional walnuts. You're not going to want to miss this one anytime. I know you're going to love this carrot cake. I can't wait for you to make this your own.
Also, make sure to try our amazing and healthy apple pie filling where you can make some mini apple tarts with it. Or try our blueberry cheesecake, that one's delicious as well. And you can find all of these recipes in the videos on our channel or on our website, healthyfoodiegirl.com. We hope you enjoyed this recipe, and if you did,
Give us a thumbs up.
and all of the recipe information is in the description box below the video, or
You can visit us at our website at healthyfoodiegirl.com, and you can also print the recipe there as well as...
we would love for you to join us over there because we have easy, delicious, and healthy recipes every week
that we deliver straight to your inbox.
If you make this recipe or any of our other delicious recipes, make sure to tag us on Instagram at
www.healthyfoodiegirl or
use the hashtag HealthyFoodieGirl. Thanks so much for watching.
keep cooking!